Hallelujah.
I'll be coming out of the book of Mark,
Thank you, Lord. Hallelujah.
4th chapter,
Oh, Jesus.
35th
Thank you.
to the 37th verse.
Hallelujah. Thank you, Jesus.
Say amen.
Thank you, God. Hallelujah. Thank you, Jesus. Hallelujah.
And it reads, "That day when evening came, he said to his disciples, 'Let us go over to the other side.'
Hallelujah.
Leaving the crowd behind,
Thank you,
they
Jesus.
took him along, just as he was, in the boat.
Hallelujah.
There were also other boats with him.
Thank you, Jesus.
A furious squall came up, and the waves broke over the boat, so that it was nearly swamped." King James Version says, "so that it was nearly filled." May the Lord have a blessing to the reading and hearing of His word.
Thank you. Amen.
Amen. I'm not going to try to prolong this, but give honor to God, our pastor, and everybody in their respective places. The title of my message today is, "If the Boat Could Talk." If the boat could talk. Oftentimes we are faced with difficulties as Christians. We are placed in circumstances that seem to be overwhelming. In fact, sometimes things are so discouraging and bleak that we feel that these problems shouldn't be assigned to the believer, but it should be assigned to those that don't believe. There have been some points in all of our lives where things around us has caused us to question the mentality and reasoning of God. We have been pinched and pricked by the calamities of life. And if we are honest today, you will admit that the different adversity has caused you to walk the floors of your home at night looking for answers. It has caused you to talk to God as if He's on trial and not the judge. It even caused you to not to talk to God. We are faced with some difficult moments. And it's during these trying times when we are searching for answer, God gives us lessons from an unlikely source. This text, when preached, is commonly preached from 3 different perspectives. The first perspective is from a panic of the disciples. Because we know in this story, we see Jesus being awakened on a ship by scared disciples because there was a violent storm arising. The second perspective in this message that's often preached is from the intensity of the storm. Because the Sea of Galilee, and it was known for its violent storms. Because the winds will come over the hill of the Mediterranean of that region. And when the winds touched the water with such intensity, it caused these violent storms. That's why all throughout the Bible, the Sea of Galilee is a threatening sea. And then the third perspective that this passage is preached from, this text is preached from the power of the Savior. Because you know He was in the boat, and they woke Him up. And He says to the storm, "Peace, be still." And in that moment, everything that was thinking that it was going to take control over them, Jesus took control over it. And although I appreciate the value of preaching from those 3 perspectives, the scared disciples, the violent storm, the power of the Savior, those are likely lessons of this text. But when you are faced with extreme opposition, when you are down to your last, when every option, every door, every window closes in your face, it is then that God gives you lessons, not from the likely, but from an unlikely source. And you may think I'm crazy today, but I want to hear from the perspective of the boat in this text. An unlikely source. We overlook the boat when we preach from this text. If this boat could talk, it would say, I got knocked around too. In this text, the boat is something that is silent. And we have people who get overlooked just because they are quiet. The boat always got kicked around and kicked to the side. And you have to be careful about overlooking people who you think are voiceless. Because normally the people in the room who say the least have the most to say. And the ones that are the loudest have the least to say. Some of the most powerful people in your life don't talk a lot. They get overlooked because of how they look. They get overlooked because of how they dress. They get overlooked because of what school they went to. They get overlooked because of their vernacular. But let me tell you something. God can use anybody or anything to help you get to where you're supposed to be.
Amen.
If the boat could talk, he'll say, point number one, it will tell you, just like me, we are both shaped with purpose. Let the church say purpose. This boat in this text is the first century Galilean boat, used for fishing or used to carry passengers from one side of the sea to the other side of the sea. I want you to understand that this boat was made from cheap, used wooden planks. It was cut in narrow planks, pushed together. And in between the seams of this boat, there's this stuff called oakum, a glue-like substance that held this boat together. This boat was cheap. It was used. It was from something that was broken and made into something that was useful. It was used. It was cheap, but it was used to get people where they needed to go. You see, the boat is saying there are some people who don't want to hear me say anything to them. Because I'm not expensive. I'm not made with the finest material. I'm not the most popular. I'm not looked at as being somebody who's accomplished, but I'm looked at as being somebody as a disappointment. But yet, God still used me to carry Jesus to where he was supposed to go. You see, a lot of people in this room is just like this boat. You weren't born with a silver spoon in your mouth. The odds were against you growing up. And that's why every now and then you get excited about where God has brought you from. And you shouldn't be as successful as you are today, but when God makes you with purpose, when God makes you with purpose, when God makes you with purpose, Sister Myrie, when God makes you with purpose, Sister Shanice, when God makes you with purpose, Sister Madison. When God makes you with purpose, Sister Kaya. When God fashions you, he does it with a finger touch of divinity. And no one in humanity could wash you away. You are made with purpose. Jeremiah says, before you were formed in your mother's womb, I knew you. Before your mama and daddy could come together and turned on some earth, wind, and started a fire, God already knew who you are.
Amen.
He made you on purpose. He made you for purpose. He made you with purpose. He made you to complete purpose. I don't care who likes you. I don't care who doesn't stand for you. I don't care who unfriends you. I don't care who blocks you. Understand that you are God's child. He gave you a mind for education. He gave you a tongue for taste sensation. He gave you a mouth shaped with a purpose. If the boat can talk, point number 2 would be, we are both secure under pressure. Let the church say pressure. Verse 36 says, and they sent away the multitudes and took him even as he was. When they got to the boat, there were other little ships. Then the Bible says, out of nowhere, there rose a great tempest of a storm, and the waves and the wind beat into the boat, and it was now full. The boat is saying, you guys always talking about the disciples, but has anybody considered what I'm going through? Here I am expected to take people to where they're supposed to go. Meanwhile, I'm wondering if I'm going to make it myself. Have you ever been to the point where somebody is always depending on you, but in the private moments of your life, you're wondering how you're going to make it yourself? The boat was saying, the winds and the water are beating up against me. The Bible says that the water began to go into the boat. The boat is saying, what I was made to stay on top of now is trying to overtake me. But verse 37 also says, the water was on the boat and it was full. And I like the word full because it means the boat was at maximum capacity with water. And we all watched the Titanic and we know what happens when water fills a boat. It's supposed to sink. You see, we often shout about what's written, but oftentimes we can shout about what's not written. Because the text says it was filled with water, but it didn't say it started to sink. Which means it kept flowing in a situation that could have destroyed it. You're secured under pressure. Who in the room can thank God that you are still surviving? You are maintaining in a situation that could have sunk your ship. If you don't thank God for nothing else, can we just take 10 seconds to thank God that you're still flowing when you should have sank? You're still alive. You still got your mind. You still got your focus. You still got your tenacity. You still are shouting and thanking God. You may not be the richest person in the room, but you thank God that He gave you a little something to make it through. Let the church shout pressure. Every boat floats because of gravity, which is a downward pressure, and because of buoyancy, which is an upward pressure. The boat is saying, I am under pressure from above and underneath. But I realize the only reason I stay afloat is because I'm under pressure. If there was no weight, if there was no pressure, I would have sunk. And I came to talk to somebody who is faced with some pressure.